So what's good? What's good? What's good? Let's discuss this, man. Truly a sad story right here. Cameron Hopkins kidnapped his ex-girlfriend twice within a year. He kidnapped her from her last job, working at Wingstop. Check this story out.
He tried to take her.
In this 911 call, a woman who says she's the aunt of Khaliyah Jones can be heard begging for help for the 19-year-old.
I need a police at Wingstop in Fayetteville. Don't get in the car, please. Do not get in the car. Wingstop in Fayetteville? Yes, please. It's an emergency. Don't get in the car. What's going on there?
In the background, another woman can be heard telling Jones not to get inside of a vehicle.
He's making her get in the car. He's making her get in his car.
Police say a woman kidnapped a year ago was kidnapped and killed a year later by the same man. Officers say the suspect is her ex-boyfriend. And Channel 2's Tom Jones is live right now in Clayton County. Tom, you covered this case a year ago.
Yeah, Fred, I did, and I remember it clearly. Khaliyah Jones, managed to get away then, but this time she lost her life. Fayetteville police say 19-year-old Cameron Hopkins kidnapped Jones at gunpoint from the Wingstop where she worked last night around 11. Officers say they chased Hopkins onto the Lovejoy High School campus in Clayton County. They say that's where he fired shots at them and shot and killed Jones. Police say they fired tear gas into Hopkins' car. That's when he gave up, and that's when he was arrested. On the same day a year ago, police say Hopkins kidnapped Jones from the Walmart in Lovejoy where she worked. They say he drove her to Albany where she jumped out of the car and got away. Hopkins was out on a $162,000 bond for those charges. He now faces murder, aggravated assault, and weapons charges here in Clayton County. He will also face charges, most likely kidnapping and other charges.
Is 19-year-old Cameron Ja'Michael Hopkins. Police say he kidnapped the teen at a Walmart in Lovejoy around 6:15 Saturday evening. They later found the victim miles away in Macon, Georgia.
And I'm Faith Jesse, and so these calls are giving us more insight into what happened as 19-year-old Khaliyah Jones was kidnapped from the restaurant she worked at before Clayton County Police say her ex-boyfriend, Cameron Hopkins, shot and killed her. Karis Belger has been following this story all day. So, Karis, this isn't the first time that Hopkins has been accused of kidnapping Jones.
It's not. According to court records, Cameron Hopkins was arrested for kidnapping Jones exactly 1 year ago. The same thing he's accused of doing late last night. And the 911 calls, some from family, others from co-workers, paint a chilling picture of what took place.
He tried to take her.
In this 911 call, a woman who says she's the aunt of Khaliyah Jones can be heard begging for help for the 19-year-old. The incident started at this Wingstop on North Glen Street in Fayetteville.
I need a police at Wingstop in Fayetteville. Don't get in the car, please. Do not get in the car. Wingstop in Fayetteville? Yes, please. It's an emergency. Don't get in the car. What's going on there?
In the background, another woman can be heard telling Jones not to get inside of a vehicle.
He's making her get in the car. He's making her get in his car.
According to Clayton County Police, 20-year-old Cameron Hopkins held Jones at gunpoint and forced her to leave the Wingstop where she worked in his red Camaro. In Clayton County arrest warrants, investigators claim Hopkins led police on a chase down McDonough Road in Clayton County before officers used a pit maneuver to stop the vehicle here in front of Lovejoy High School. Fayetteville police say at one point, Hopkins fired his gun multiple times inside the car, shooting and killing Jones while also firing at officers. Authorities say Fayette County deputies used a substance similar to tear gas to make Hopkins get out of the car. Hopkins, who is now charged with murder, claimed Jones shot herself, according to warrants. Police and court records indicate Hopkins was arrested 1 year ago and charged with forcing Jones into his car at gunpoint in a Walmart parking lot in Lovejoy. He was released from jail on bond months later.
Following this story and joins us from Clayton County, Georgia here with the latest. Caitlin, as I mentioned, a lot left to figure out.
Yes, a lot of moving parts in this one, that's for sure. But here's what I can tell you. That suspected kidnapper, suspected killer, now in custody, and his alleged victim, an ex-girlfriend, unfortunately passing away at the end of this police chase. So let me walk you through exactly what happened late last night into early this morning. I'm standing here in Clayton County, and the video you're watching is in Clayton County, where this pursuit ended. This all began about 10 miles away in Fayette County at a restaurant late last night. The accused, his name is Cameron Hopkins, 20 years old. He walked into that restaurant with a gun and took his ex-girlfriend at gunpoint, forcing her into his vehicle. It's a red vehicle that you see there at the end of this police chase. From there, those who were at the restaurant called 911, gave a vehicle description to police, and that's when officers were able to spot it and gave chase. Well, he didn't give up. He kept going. They ended up ending this pursuit using what they call a pit maneuver. Still didn't want to give up, started shooting at the police officers there in front of the high school in Clayton County. Instead of returning fire, they retreated behind their vehicles, ended up hearing more gunshots, they say, and that was the suspect, Mr. Cameron, firing at his ex-girlfriend. She ended up dying there at the scene, and then police deployed some sort of chemical agent to smoke this man out, so to speak, of the vehicle. He's now in custody.
Man, this is a sad story. Twice in a year. The last one, fatal, man. These young people, young men, cannot take no, I don't want to be what you no more. They take it to the extreme, man. Females, be careful out there. Be careful. Rest in peace to this beautiful young lady. Shout out to her family, man. Just a sad story.